The story of three saints. Long ago, on the outskirts of a small village, there lived three saints. They wore simple clothes, ate plain food, and spent most of their time chanting the name of God. The villagers respected them deeply, but no one really knew what made them so special. In that village lived a king whose name was Vikramaditya. He was very honest, kind, brave, and righteous. His courage spread in all directions and everyone lauded him. The citizens were also happy in his kingdom. No one had any problems there. One day, all the villagers were sitting under a tree and started discussing. The first villager said, "I don't understand who is the truly righteous person, our king or the three priests." The third villager replied, "No, I disagree with you. We give the king tax so that he protects us. But if we talk about the saints, without taking anything from us, they are always ready to help. So, they are greater than the king." One soldier overheard the conversation while passing by. He thought he should tell the king. He went to the kingdom and narrated everything. The king, who was sitting in his court with his courtiers, became tense. He heard what he didn't expect, and his heart sank into sadness. He had a wise counselor who suggested, "My lord, we should disguise ourselves as common men and go to the saints to test their wisdom. If they truly have talent, we will admire them. Otherwise, we will put them in jail, accused of misleading the poor citizens." The king accepted this advice, and the next day they went to the place where the common people always gathered. When the king and his advisor stood in front of them, no one recognized them. The courtier asked the first villager, "Brother, as you said yesterday, who is the real righteous person in our kingdom? We should get the answer." The third villager said, "Yes, you are right. As per my knowledge, the saints are greater than the king." The second villager added, "If we go to the kingdom, the king will consider himself great. So we should go to the saints and ask them the same question. We will definitely get the answer." All the villagers agreed and said, "We must learn from these saints. Let's find out which of them is the greatest." So the villagers went to the saints and asked, "Respected ones, among the three of you, who is the greatest? We wish to follow and learn from the most virtuous." The first saint smiled and said, "I am not great at all. The saint sitting beside me is truly compassionate, that is his greatness." The second saint replied humbly, "No, no, there is nothing great in me. The saint on my right has unmatched devotion and service, that is his greatness." The third saint also said, "I am an ordinary man. The real greatness lies in these two saints, for they inspire everyone with their noble lives." The villagers were astonished to see that each saint refused to praise himself and instead glorified the other. Finally, one elderly villager said, "Now we understand. Your true greatness lies in the fact that none of you carry ego. You see only the good in others. That is why you are truly saints." The king, who was in disguise, surrendered himself to the saints and said, "You are all my gurus. You have taught me a great lesson of life." One of the saints told him, "By your appearance and behavior, we understood that you are the king of this kingdom, but we did not say anything." The second saint said, "Vikramaditya, all things are mortal, nothing is immortal, only God is real." From that day onwards, the villagers and King Vikramaditya learned that true greatness does not come from wealth, position, or power, but from humility, compassion, and the ability to recognize goodness in others. Moral: a truly great person never boasts about his own virtues. Real strength lies in humility and respect for others.